Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Ooh.
Hey.
We are back again, ladies and gentlemen.
We are back.
I hope you're not surprised because we just gonna keep doing it.
Guess who's back?
You know.
Herbal
We
Tea's
here.
back.
It's the boys, man.
Guess
It's your man
who's back?
EarthTone.
And your man, the real Peasy, the real one.
Yeah, not the fake one,
Not the
real
fake
one.
ones, hoes.
We
Not
back.
the mother niggas.
We are back, man. Episode 16.
Episode 16.
You know what I'm saying? We done made it.
We made it.
Shit, we in the middle of the summer now. It's
in
hot.
the middle of the summer. This is 8 months down.
The heat is on, goddammit.
Yeah.
But we here for it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, of course, as always.
For sure, for sure.
It's been new music summer.
It's still beautiful.
It's a lot of music coming out from these Q Plus artists, and we loving it.
And Mr. Happy done came through with the drop the other day.
Oh man, they came through with the serious
They
drop
sure
off.
did.
Yo, did they give you new jars?
No.
Did you get one of the new jars?
I didn't get a jar.
You didn't get one of the new jars.
You didn't tell me about the jar.
I think you had to order a specific strain. That's
Oh
what
my
it was.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting put on?
You gonna get one. Don't worry about it though. They coming
Alright.
through. They got them in stock.
Alright,
They got them in
alright,
stock.
alright.
But enough of that. We gonna get into this music. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for joining us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We made it. Well, we making it. You know what I'm saying? The COVID is still out there. We still safe. Still got to be strapped up in these streets.
For real, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You can't go into the bodega without your mask.
Can't do none of that.
They not doing all that. But shout out to New York City for holding it down, man. We keeping the cases down. The hospitals are doing well. People are getting their tests. It still takes like 8 weeks to get your results, but you know you can get tested, and they working on it. So it's looking all right, man. It's looking all right for now. So we thankful
On
for
this
that.
side. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But shout out to everybody that's still going through it. Shout out to everybody that have lost loved ones
Yeah.
due to this pandemic. Due to
My
this.
my sister and my nephew came down with it. But they're doing good right now.
Okay,
So,
okay.
thank God for that. I was
Word.
definitely prayed up for them. But it's serious out here, out in Virginia. So,
It is real, man, and it's still out here. And like I said, everybody is not doing as well as we doing out here right now.
Right.
So prayers up. Everybody stay safe, and we gonna get into this music, man.
let's get into it, man. That's what we here for.
Who do we got first? I can't wait to see who we got
I
first.
can't
Who we got
wait
first?
to see.
The first one is always a good one. It's
All
always
right.
a good one.
And I just can't wait
To be king.
bring to the stage Juke Marciano.
Hey.
Woo! She
Wow.
is the first contestant for today's show. And you know what? I'm going to just get into this chick.
Okay.
She's a Milwaukee, Wisconsin born and raised rapper. No. I got that wrong.
Uh-oh. Bring it back.
Bring it back. Rewind that. She was born in Bermuda.
There you go.
She was born in Bermuda.
Don't
and
get it twisted because
raised-
she got that. She made a connection.
She did.
Off of that. We're gonna talk about that
Listen,
later.
we're going to talk about that. All right. So hold on. Let me get this shit in real quick. She was born in Bermuda, raised in Wisconsin. That's where she's based at right now. With a message of realistic salvation. I'm here for it.
Okay.
And I've been saved. We are doing the Lord's work, but we'll get into that. She's been recorded for over 10 years, 7 projects released, including 2018's Holy Daughter and her current project, Holy Per Usual.
Per usual. Wow.
And I fucks with her. She says every time I reached out to her on Instagram on the DM because artist outreach. You feel me? And she ends her messages with "Stay holy" #. And that's kind of, I understand the branding behind that, but I also definitely love the intention that comes with that type of energy. And we're gonna get into that. She has. Before I even get into her, fun fact. I really don't even have to speak too much on Juke Marciano as far as like where she from and what she all about. What you need to do is you need to watch the Query interview with my man sitting here right next to me.
I mean,
he did kind of just go in with her in a super interview 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think.
I mean, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you asked the right questions. You drove the conversation in such a very, very great and informative way because you really get her vibe just by listening to her speak.
Yeah.
So this really, if you really want to know more about Juke Marciano, check that interview out.
Yeah.
This is a plug, but at the same time, it's a real facts.
It's real facts. I mean, when you doing what you're doing, and people recognize, you know what I'm saying. You want to put the people on,
like you doing it for TV.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
That's what it is. So I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the interview, and I pretty much got her whole vibe listening to her.
That's what's up, though.
And here we are. So she has this project, Holy Per Usual. Mm-hmm. And it came out July 31st, 2020.
Fresh out the pot.
It is an 8-track EP. And I want to give you the chance to see if you got any anything you want to add about Juke. You know, what was your
I mean, she's super dope. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the reasons why I wanted to have her on the show because I came across her on IG and I was just kind of drawn by the music. You know what I'm saying? The look and the music and the sound. And once I really started getting into it, I'm like, yo, she's really ill. Mm-hmm. So the conversation kind of went there. It was one of those dope kind of conversations. And she, like you said, you hear her talk and she just lets it all out there. You kind of get a clear sense of who she is from just, you know, speaking to her and, you know, how she presents herself.
Absolutely.
Fun fact.
Okay.
The last track on this project, which is actually a spoken word piece, the young lady, Ty Giles, I think her name is pronounced, that's a family friend of hers. So this is like one of the homies that's just nice with the spoken word. And she was like, you know what, look, here, hold that. You know what I mean? You're going to outro my whole joint. She gave her like a whole, like, it's like a feature, but like it's like her shit. It's all her. That's dope. So I thought that was an ill joint. It's an ill little cap to put at the end of the album.
Listen, and that leads me to my next point.
Oh,
I'm going to just give it to you right here.
Oh, shit.
This song... Bring the fire trucks in, boy,
shit.
son. Bring them in.
Wow.
This album, EP, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
fire, 77%.
Holy shit.
I really, really enjoyed this project.
Wow.
Like, for real.
Call the fire
love
trucks.
Her. I love what this project gives. I like that it's a kind of a loose concept.
Yeah.
She kind of really means what she says when she says realistic salvation. Now, you know, I've gotten into gospel music and, you know, of course, gospel rappers are out there too. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. Cross Movement, Lecrae, shout out. And, you know, they have a way that they deliver their rhymes and the way they deliver their message.
Yeah.
Very, very chaste. Very, very ordained, and it kind of can sound a little preachy. So, you know, what she did differently here is she brought it to the streets, but still was like, hey, the church is right there.
She kept the message, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kept the message.
The thread was
and
always...
the intention very, very authentic, but also kept it relatable. And that's what I enjoyed the most about this project.
Okay.
Like, I listened to this a couple of times.
Wow.
I was like,
you brought the fire trucks out.
I was smoking to this, and I'm like, this is the best of maybe borderline Christian gospel rap. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that probably wouldn't make it that is because she's cursing in it, and that's kind of like but that's a radio format thing. But anyway, as far as this album is concerned, fire. Well produced artistically and conceptually. I appreciate her for leaning into the religion minus, like I said, the chastity. Like, she took Jesus as king and said, I'm here for the salvation, but fuck all the anointing and holier than thou shit. That was my thing. The relatability in the rhyming speaks for itself. The album speaks to where she is now. But the only thing that was missing for me is she didn't really give a story about who she is and where she come from. Personal struggles. So, you know, while I get her style, I get her swag, I'm here for all of that. But I also want to know just a little bit more about where you come from. How did you get into a place where this became Holy Per Usual for you? You know what I'm saying? I say the weakest track, and it's not even weak, is the Rihanna. She was really, really shooting her shot at Rihanna on the Te Amo record. She took that song from her Rated R album and sampled it and made it into a dope ass track. But and the rhymes is dope on it. The execution is great on it. But I'm just like, wow, she really going in for this girl.
Yeah.
I just couldn't relate. But I see it because Rihanna's beautiful. So I would see why that would work. Unbar heads. That spoken word. Just my favorite. That's it. I'm by your head, brother.
That's the
I'm
number
by
one
your
for you?
head, sister.
That's the number
It
one
spoke
for
to
you.
me. I love spoken word, and I love when spoken word is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what? Enough talking.
I hear you. You called the fire trucks out. I feel like you ain't called the fire trucks out in a minute.
Really?
I
It's
don't
been
know
a while.
why. It might not have. It just feels that way. I feel like I'm old. I feel like I had a streak. Maybe that's what it was. I had like a streak.
You had a
where I was
streak.
calling them like twice a show.
There was like 4 alarm fires going on.
Yeah,
in
so
your hood
maybe
a lot.
that's what it was. But
Yeah,
okay, I'm glad to
yeah,
see that. 75% loud.
Somebody set it off in my hood just now, so here we are.
75% fire. Okay.
77.
Oh, 77%.
77% fire.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
let me not
77.
short
Let's
you.
get that right.
Let me not short you them 2%.
Yeah.
Like that's important.
No. I gotta give it because I do the borderline shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's
This
important.
is not
Let me
it.
get them
It's not
2%.
it. You gotta give
That
it.
2%, 77.
She earned it. She earned it.
I gave it a 65% loud.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You surprised? Why you surprised?
Very surprised.
Listen, I enjoyed the project, right?
Okay.
Going into it, it opened up the Holy Gospel joint. I'm like, all right, I remember this because I saw the video for this. I really enjoyed the video. The visuals dope. They did it on like a real, it looked like a historical landmark church type. Like it was mad scenic. It made sense. It went together, all that.
Yeah.
On that version, it's only one verse. It's like an intro type joint, which I thought that's what it was. This version is like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It's kind of long and it feel a little drawn out for me. Cause after a while, like the beat kind of is like, all right, it feels like an intro beat and it feels like it's going on for too long. It's like, all right, I was looking to get into the next joint. And then the next couple joints, like the next few joints, you got the HPU pop up. And then the Holy Gospel, and then In a Minute. They all kind of give you the up-tempo vibe. It's like, and they kind of bleed into each other a little bit.
I really like that interlude though, but I see what you're saying.
I like the interlude too, but I didn't love it. I didn't love, because I heard, like, I'm comparing it to the joint. She has a joint similar like this on Holy Daughter, which is the joint previous to this, which I loved. And on this one, I don't think the performance was as executed as well. Like I love her bars is always there. Like she's not like she don't really lower her standards as far as the bars and the pain. Like she's always gonna give you spitting.
Yeah,
that's never gonna be the question. I really enjoyed the joint Pop Up. That's like my favorite out of those, like that sound of the beats in that first batch.
The rhyming on there, the guest on there.
The rhyming was ill. The feature was hard.
The feature was
AR
hard.
Wesley, he bodied it.
He did.
He kind of stood out on that joint. And then like I didn't really feel like it was a standout until we got to the Paint Milkshake. I fuck with that joint. That was probably the first one where I was like, ooh, like this is like, all right, this is, I really fuck with this one. The other joints, it was like, all right, these is cool. But then when I heard this, I was like, ooh. I was like, she was feeling different on this one. I like it. Yeah. It was an ill flip. I love the way she flipped the concept. You know what I'm saying? She flipped it on his head. She brought it from, you know what I'm saying, the lesbian standpoint.
Yeah.
And she like, look, she's speaking real. Like you can't have no kids with this. Like, come over here, man. Like, we'll bring it to this yard. We got the milkshake. You know what I'm saying? And it's called Paint Milkshake. So she kind of flipped the title, which I loved. And then the feature, Kia Rap Princess got off on this. So like she picked her features really well.
She did.
Like I liked how she did it. I thought the beat was dope. And then I liked the Ti Amo joint, which is after this. It gave me like Eminem Stan, but like from the Stan's standpoint. I was like, yo, she kind of borderline on this one. Like Rihanna might hear this and flag her like mom.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. She was giving it up really hard on that song.
Yo, she's shooting half court threes. Whoa. Like she like, listen, Riri, look, I've been in your DMs and you ain't hit me back, so you ain't leave me no choice. and I'm gonna have to just give you this whole song real quick,
This whole thing,
and let you know how I feel, because it is what it is. Like, hey, I can't be mad at her, but like that's a bold joint right there.
Yeah,
but at
she
the end of the
dedicated
day,
the whole song. It remind me of when J. Cole did not let Nas down. He kind of went in for Nas.
Yeah, it kind of give you that the big brother.
Yeah, the
Kanye,
big brother
type
Kanye.
joint. It give you
That's
that
the type
feel,
of, it
but
does.
like she giving a different energy.
It
with
definitely
It's
a
just
different
like,
energy.
It's just like, look, if we ever in the same room, listen.
Can you imagine? Yo, a lot of sisters go for Rihanna.
We be turning these bitches out, man.
She really do. She really do.
She drive these
And I
girls
wonder
crazy.
if she love it.
She drive them crazy. You know she eat it up, but it's like, you got to be careful, because you hear certain shit. Like, she's talking strong in this.
Do not
She talking strong.
do not fuck your fans, y'all. Don't fuck your fans.
I mean, you know they do it.
I'm just
You know they
saying.
do it. But all right, so you got the Te Amo joint, right?
Right.
And then, like you said, the unbow your head is crazy. That's like, what a way to end a fucking project. And like, I don't know. It's just hard. You gotta hear it. Like the messaging, the way she delivered it, the way she wrote the shit. It's just super ill.
It's super ill. Let me see. I got a quotable. Raise your head, sister. What you looking down for? I'm by your head. Just that's what she repeats throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
And obviously the connotation comes from Christianity, where in prayer you have to bow your head and things like that.
And then she had another line where she said, any religion that requires me to bend a knee ain't for me, or it ain't right, or something like that. I was like, ooh, that's kind of like,
It brings me to my knees, then it's a bad religion.
yeah, that's hard. That was a deep bar right there. I was like,
Quotable.
ooh, like, so that's the thing. Like, is she teetering on gospel, but she like challenging that shit? Like, look,
That's
it's a new
where we
day and
at.
age. Like, we
This
ain't
is where-
just accepting everything. Like, we here, we holy with it, but like, she could get unholy real quick.
I'm all the way here with it.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, she bring it home full circle. And my favorite joint is probably Classic, man. I fuck with
Classic.
Classic. Classic is hard.
Classic
Every
is
feature
hard.
she got on this joint came through and delivered. Like, I like with all of the features, and I think they all hometown, all Milwaukee. So she kind of gave it up like that, which I thought was dope. I mean, that's a hard, jazzy ass, feel good.
The horns.
That beat
The
is
horn
just hard. Them
sample.
drums sound crazy. They both went off on it.
It gives me total Midwest. Like, I don't know of any mainstream MCs that have come from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I don't think there is.
Me either.
But for
I'm
sure, I definitely look forward to seeing what she got coming out
Yeah,
of the city.
man.
She
I
gotta
mean,
blow
listen,
it up.
65 Loud, that's like a, that's up there. That's like a loud.
Yeah.
And you got a loud and a fire. Like, listen, y'all got to go check that shit out, because
You do.
Juke is out here, man. Check out her whole catalog. Like, she got joints out here. Like, she's been doing it for a minute.
She's been doing it for a minute. And don't forget to check out that interview on the Query.
Of course,
Slate
absolutely,
TV.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
we just trying to spread the wealth. That's all. We just trying
It's
to
a
give it up for the
beautiful thing.
people. Give it up for the people. Hey, but shout out again for Juke Marciano. Go check that shit out. Holy per usual, streaming on all platforms.
yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
man. We gotta bring another one to the
Who we
stage.
got bringing?
Hold up.
Who we got next?
Oh shit. We
Out
got the
this
one and
hole.
only Messiah, ladies and gentlemen.
The Messiah here?
The Messiah.
The Messiah.
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me get this joint.
So
Hold up.
we just came from Holy Per Usual, and now we got the Messiah.
Now, see, we ain't even playing that. That's what you gotta understand. Like,
I
I,
just-
didn't even. We just recognized it just now. Like,
It's
live,
just literally-
like, live,
literally.
just on some other shit.
Now we got the Messiah. It's some
It's
There's some next level shit going on.
It's some shit going down out here. We don't really know what it is, but listen, we gonna roll with it. So we got Messiah coming to the stage, Q+ artist, born and raised in the Bronx. I actually first met him at the Royalty and Bars showcase. He
Okay.
performed at one of them. I saw him there, met him through Bugs, and he did his thing. I think he was actually in DC at the time. I think when I first met him, I thought he was from DC, but I think he was staying down there. He lived down there for a bit, but he's from the Bronx. He's out here now, based in New York City. He's opened up for artists like Big Frida, K. Michelle, Kerry Hilson. He's performed at a few of the big Pride events, up and down the East Coast. He's out here with it, doing his thing. He released a couple projects, Outspoken, in the center of attention. So he got the theme going. I want to see if he gonna have drop the trilogy.
What's gonna be
what
the
you
trilogy?
think?
What the third
man,
one
outspoken
is?
center of attention.
It's all about me.
Yeah. Or that nigga.
That nigga.
I'm that nigga.
I'm that nigga.
I don't know. Something crazy. But he got the theme going, which I love trilogies. I love them. I love the concepts, the conceptual joints.
For sure.
He's thematic with it. I couldn't find too much information on him. I was looking around and I ain't find a whole bunch. I know you got a fun fact or two. What you dig up?
Fun fact.
Uh-oh.
He giving Dave East teas with them braids.
Oh, shit. That's the fun fact? Yo, you a clown. I see it.
He is a Sagittarius.
Okay. I saw that.
December 5th.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was low-key stalking because that's what you got to do.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You had him confused with somebody.
I did have him confused. Why? Yeah, you know what? Since you want to go ahead and do this.
Nah, I didn't do nothing. I just said we ain't going to say no names.
I had him confused. We're not going to say no names.
It's all good.
We'll keep it cute, okay? So, another fun fact, though.
Uh-oh.
He was on Wendy.
Wendy Williams?
Wendy Williams.
For what?
He was in the audience.
Oh,
so
shit.
He had a clip.
Is there a YouTube clip?
There is an Instagram clip. If you go deep, as I said.
You was really okay.
You go
okay.
deep
Got
in
you.
the shit.
I heard you.
Before the braids.
Heard you.
You will find the Wendy Williams clip saying he would pay $1 million to buy the Suburban that Biggie was shot in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How'd that come up?
Like, I think on the show, I don't know, Wendy was saying that was one of the hot topics or some shit, that it was for sale and somebody was buying it, and I think she asked the audience, raise your hand if you could buy this truck, and he raised his hand. Sheesh. And she's like, she's like, oh, you sir, why would you buy the truck? And he's like, cause it's Biggie, he's a legend. And so she's like, okay, moving on.
She didn't want to keep that one moving.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's
it was crazy.
funny.
But
That's
that was the highlight of my research for Mosiah.
Okay. Well,
you know
listen, you found more tidbits than I did. So kudos to you. That's crazy. Well, he got this new joint called New Chain.
Okay, New Chain.
Featuring Naya. I think it's Naya Money, right?
Nia Monet.
Is Nia Monet?
Nia
Because she
Monet.
say money on the song. So
Moni, because that's like her nickname.
Oh, Moni.
Yeah,
Got
Nia
you.
Moni.
I love it.
You know, that's
Nia Monet. Shout out to Nia Monet. This joint came out July 15th.
Right.
So, not too long ago. It's kind of fresh out the pops.
Kinda
New joint, new
fresh.
release. 3 minutes, 24 seconds. I gave this joint a loud, man. 62%.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I really enjoy it. And I really enjoyed this song.
You enjoyed this? Okay.
Why? You sound very, very shocked.
It's
and
always
surprised.
It's always a shock.
You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Just never know.
I listen.
I
enjoyed it. So it came on, right?
Okay.
And it's a mellow ass beat. It's one of them like Trippy Red-esque, like Lil Skis, like one of them type beats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, you think you're gonna get them vibing out, one of them vibe out Lil Uzi type joints. Like I like the beat, it came in as vibey, and then he just come on with the aggressive vibe, like, just got a new chain. I was like, okay, hold up. And then the hook come on. Yo, I like the hook.
New chain.
I love the fucking hook. Like it's one of those, it's like a guilty pleasure type hook because it's like the concept is like typical. It's like, all right, a new chain. All right, my nigga, like you get a new chain. Like how many times can you write a song about a new chain, talk about new jewelry, bling bling, all that?
You've been getting new
right?
chains for a minute.
Yeah, like we get it, right? But like it's how you do it. And I love I like the contrast of the smooth, mellow out beat. And then he come on with like the kind of aggressive, choppy flow. Like, I just bought a new chain in this heavy nigga. And my jeweler called me up and told me that it's ready, nigga. That shit just kind of bop. Like, I like that shit. It was rocking. Like, the verses, he ain't go crazy lyrically on the verses. Mm-hmm. The flow is there, but he didn't really give me no bars, which I thought he was going to kind of give me a few bars. Like, he hit you with the last line where he said, they treat me like a like a treasure. What'd he say? Treasure chest. What'd he say?
And he went hard on that last
chest
bar.
on the last bar.
He went
and I was
hard.
like, okay, that was kind of cool, but like he ain't really give me no crazy bars. But I did like the flow on it. I like the beat, and like I said, I love that hook. It's just a fun hook. I like saying the shit. And then I thought Nina Monet came in and kind of stole the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought she kind of really bodied. She got off. She did her thing. She had a few. She had a few lines in there when I was like, ooh.
She ate.
And she really kind of like finished it. Like he kind of like lived it up a bit, and she came in with the yam, and I liked it, man. I really enjoyed this little bop. It's like a little bop. And like I said, the content ain't nothing out of this world, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like you already know what it's given as far as the content. New Chain, you hear the title, it's like, all right, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, what you gonna do with that? How you gonna give it to me? But I thought Messiah could have definitely gave me some more. Like he could have flipped the New Chain shit. He just literally talked about getting a new chain and. You know, niggas getting jealous.
Nothing more, nothing less.
It wasn't really just. You could have played with that a lot more, and it would have took this to like another level for me.
Insightful, something.
I thought it was allowed, man, because I really enjoyed it. I played it back when it come on. I kind of like, okay, like this a little bop for me. I be liking these joints, but I be liking them joints from like Uzi and them joints like that. Like I be liking these little one-off joints. So I don't want to hear a whole album full of it, but when you give me a one-off like that. I fucks with it, so that was my opinion. Okay. Loud 62%. What you think of it?
62%.
What you think about it?
Can we get Reginald Miller in the office for a second? Call him.
That nigga said
bring
Reginald.
him here. Bring him here.
That's why you was so surprised. Wow.
Bring him here for a second. Hold on. Let me get a little sip.
Yeah, go ahead and get it. Let me get a sip too, because sheesh.
Yeah. So the things that you said about it. That he could have improved on were really, really a big deal to me.
Oh, so that's what it was. Okay, gotcha.
I thought he could have went harder.
Yeah.
Considering I'm going through his Instagram again.
He got joints.
He got
like
endless
raps.
freestyles.
This nigga
endless,
raps.
and he goes in.
He raps. He goes.
I'm trying to understand, why didn't you go in on this record?
I agree.
Why couldn't you do that?
I agree.
What was preventing you? That would have took this shit to the next level for me.
I agree.
No punchlines. You just kind of rode the beat, and then your girl kind of really did eat you.
She did.
So, you know, but
But that's what I'm saying. If you just judging a song, I don't know.
The song is all I got in front of me, really.
Reginald, wait, what percentage? What percentage though?
Percentage 21.
21% Reginald. Damn.
You know,
okay.
It's mad regular. Like it's a regular joint.
Yeah,
like, a lot of people are doing songs like these where it's like kind of bouncy, but the material is just kind of vacuous. It's empty. It doesn't bring you anywhere. Like I'm here for a new chain. Bitch, like dripping all day. I want the fucking new chain anytime. But I also feel like, give me a sense of purpose. Like what's the whole, you know, how does it make you feel? Like what about the new chain is
ain't
bringing
nobody
you?
run up on me. Ain't nobody press me, nigga.
All right, so you just mad you ain't get robbed that day. Okay. Like Wendy Williams said.
That is funny.
I'm just saying.
I hear you. Hey, listen.
Just
y'all gotta go
saying.
judge. Listen, a drastic rating like that, y'all gotta go judge for yourself. You got a
really
Reginald
do.
James, 21%.
21.
You got a 62% Loud. So there you have it, man. Messiah,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
I like the joint, man. It's a catchy little ditty. I
want to see what you got coming next.
But yeah, man, I know he can spit too. That's another thing. You right. I know he could spit.
I've heard him.
He
not playing.
He ain't go crazy on this.
He didn't. He
Nia went crazy.
She did.
Nia went crazy, but he ain't go crazy. But listen, Loud, Reginald, there you have it, man. Who we got next?
Who we got next to the stage?
Who we bringing up?
All right.
Oh shit.
We got Davy Boy. Davy Boy.
Okay.
He is a Baton Rouge, Louisiana raised,
Hey.
LA based recording artist.
Okay,
Originally
Louisiana.
born in Bay Area, Oakland.
Okay. Oh, really?
You know,
I didn't know that.
This has been the theme of the show. We've had someone that's coming from out the Bay Area pretty much for the last couple of episodes, rapping. But you know, he he's LA based right now.
Okay.
He is albino, and you pointed that out. You saw it, and I was like, maybe he is. You know,
Nah,
he's open about it.
Yeah.
And that's not a point of judgment. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
So he did go through a thing where he had to like get comfortable and be in his own skin and be happy with that. And that's music that he is making as kind of reflection of that. He suffers from general anxiety disorder, and he turned it into a platform to connect other people dealing with similar issues. He's done this by, the rollout of his current single, which we're going to discuss, Do Myself Better, by doing an editorial on DJ Booth highlighting the days before the release of the single, where he shared the mental struggles and the worries surrounding the rollout. So real artist shit that I was like, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of singing my song, talking about, shit that we go through as artists before we put out a single.
Yeah.
So he shared it in real time. Each day he had a little entry, and it's on DJ Booth right now.
That's hard.
He also has a podcast where he did the same thing kind of surrounding the release as well. It's available on Spotify. The latest episode was released on Friday, August 14th. So that's available. And in one of the entries, he recounts his first time singing solo for church at 7, where he felt the butterflies, got up to sing, and froze. You know what I'm saying? And his debut single came out in 2019. It was Dirty Mind featuring Day Burger, an artist we discussed. I think it was last episode.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. That's a dope connection to make for your first single that you came out
here,
with.
man. He's gotten some heavy press.
He's out here. He's doing it and doing it all on his own, unsigned indie. So he has the single Do Myself Better, came out July 23rd, 2020. The song is loud for me.
Wow.
Loud.
Oh my God.
70%.
Loud 70%. Oh shit. Okay.
I like this song.
Okay.
I like the left field, lit as fuck, indie, alternative type production, giving me Peter, Bjorn, and John. You ever heard of them? His voice
I never
gave
heard
me that.
That sound familiar though.
Toro y Moi, you ever heard of him? Another like kind of indie dude that's kind of out there.
Okay.
He, been out there for a couple months, kind of blood orange type crowd.
Okay.
The alternative indie kids.
Okay.
That's what he's giving me. The production is just left field. I'm just here for it.
Okay.
Got the little breaks with the 80s, synth in there. I just think he could have tightened his harmony a little bit when he sang the verses, but the hook is dope. Hook is dope. So that's my thing.
Look
on
at you with
Davy,
the
boy.
louds.
That's
Okay,
my loud.
okay.
That's my loud for today.
Well, listen,
Oh boy.
No, listen.
Boy. Oh no.
We're gonna have to call Reginald back out here.
Shit.
Sir Reginald, man.
Damn.
I wasn't vibing with it. Yeah.
Damn.
I wasn't vibing with it, man.
Oh no.
When it came on interesting. I was like, okay, this kind of gave me like the video game, like you just reached the last level, you about to fight the boss and shit.
Yeah.
And then it went into like a whole nother shit. Like you said, it had its chapters. It came on, it was smooth and shit. I'm like, okay, he sang. Boom, then it went in. Then I'm like, he came in with the like super falsetto harmony that was kind of beating against each other. It was I'm not really. That kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of threw me off. I was like, And then the hook came in and that beat changed up.
I fuck with it. It's totally like some shit I would have tried to do a few years ago.
It just didn't feel like it fit that song for me. Like I felt like I might have loved it after something else. It just felt like after that verse, it just like Then after that, I just never recovered, and it was just like, nah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was like it ain't it for me. It ain't it for me. And what the saving grace for me was the content and what he was talking about and like what he was getting at, like, but the execution for me just wasn't. It really,
wasn't there for you.
Nah,
damn.
I wasn't feeling it, man. Yeah, I know.
Sheesh.
Harsh. I know, but listen, that's just how I felt. Y'all gotta go check it out. You got a Loud from
really
Peasy, you got a 25% Reggie.
This is
From
totally
me, man.
opposite of what the
what
last
just happened.
one
So like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you gotta go. Music is like that, man. It's wild. Like
really
it's crazy.
is.
But listen, we all got our reasons. We all look at music in different ways, and we all appreciate different shit. And you get stripes for certain things. You might get, checks and X's for somebody else. So that's how I go, man. Go check it out, Davy boy. Hey, keep doing your thing. I definitely want to hear more. He's definitely on my radar now, man. I want to hear more from him. I'm not that familiar with his music. Like this is like the first I'm hearing of him, so I'm definitely looking
same
forward.
Here. I'm not that familiar with his music.
And it's like you said, it's super eclectic. It's very interesting, but that can kind of.
It could veer left towards me,
left.
or it could veer right towards your man E.
It veered for me. It kind of veered, but listen, man, we out here. Davy boy, go check it out. Do Myself Better on all streaming platforms right now, man.
All platforms.
All right, man, what we doing? We bringing in the ally?
Oh my God, are we bringing in the ally of the day?
Who we got for the ally?
Ally of the day.
Who we got? Hey.
Woo! So,
listen,
we got a twofer.
This is a controversial.
We got a twofer for the ally.
We've had a couple controversial allies.
We sure did.
And I enjoy this because you know what? I think we need to kind of put some more pressure on this whole ally topic and this whole, because a lot of people, they use that banner when it's necessary, when it's convenient, when it's beneficial, but they don't really be stepping up and doing what they gotta
about
do.
that life.
We got the one and only Cardi B.
Hold on. This is mine.
Oh shit, is it?
Boy.
I'm sorry.
Boy.
I'm sorry.
Never mind, no, it is you.
Yeah, that's all. I'm like, damn, you stepping on my toes.
My bad.
He just shot my whole intro.
I did.
I'm like, I know I got the asterisk for a reason. I got mad bullet points.
Yeah, true. This is me.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only Cardi B.
Cardi B. Barty.
Coming to the stage, man. All right. This is an interesting one. We all know who she is. Female hip hop artist, former reality TV star, loving hip hop from 2015 to 2017. She signed with Atlantic Records in 2017, dropped her debut album, Invasion of Privacy. It went #1 on Billboard 200. Bodak Yellow went crazy. That's when I first saw her, because I never even saw her on Love and Hip Hop. I saw Bodak Yellow clips on IG of people in the club going crazy to this song I had never even heard, but the whole crowd of like 1,000 people knew it verbatim. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Ran down on that bitch twice.
Crazy.
I was on her since then.
It was crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So she popped around, came through, had some controversial statements that's been recently dug up about trans women. She was seen in the Twitter. She was saying something about, getting back at her man and setting him up, getting a threesome, and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a threesome with a chick, and boom, 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 boom. Then after he, do what he gotta do, she come out like, oh yeah, it was a tranny. I was like, woo, damn. Like that's kind of, first of all, that's mad vindictive and wild, and that's like, that's how you getting back at a nigga. So what you saying about? Ooh, it was a little cringeworthy. But this was a few years ago. It was a few years ago. Cardi is a relatively young chick. She's like in her late 20s. So this was like her early 20s around when that happened.
Right.
It's not making excuses for shit, but she did apologize for it. And she recently came out as bi, I heard, as well. So this is another thing.
Did she?
Yeah, this is another thing. So apparently she had like experiences. She's saying she don't stand by the the LGBTQ community, not only because they're her fans, but because she empathizes on what they go through, being confused with having feelings for the same sex.
Right.
And she has cousins that are trans and has issues with family members that they can't come out to and all of that. So she was making her case and all that.
Right.
And it was like, all right, it's cool. We got to give people the opportunity to make mistakes, bump their head against the wall and realize and, make amends for it and apologize. So as of now, as she stands, we hold her as an ally. She also got another joint that we reviewing today with another ally. Meg Thee Stallion, who's been giving it up. And then Cardi also recently stood up for Zaya, who is Dwayne Wade's daughter, who recently came out as trans. And, she stood up when people was, giving her a lot of backlash for doing her thing and being herself and just chopping it up, tearing it up on Instagram, and
sure.
her and her pops, and people had, a lot of negative shit to say about that. So Cardi B stood up and spoke out against that, which I thought was commendable. But she also had another mishap with her and her boo, Offset, who we know she's married to.
Yeah.
And he recently had some homophobic
Issues.
lyrics,
He did.
that could be seen as homophobic, definitely. He said something about, he don't vibe with queers.
Yeah.
I cannot vibe with queers, something like, the Migos flow.
Yeah,
but his rebuttal was he didn't mean it. He apologized for it. He didn't realize that's what the word queer meant.
Man.
It's like, really? In 2019, 18, 20?
Yeah.
All right. But, all right. You know what I'm saying? But he apologized because, some people, you won't even get that. They'd be like, all right, fuck it, boom, boom, boom. But we kind of gotta do better. Like it's somebody gotta be the judge and jury on this whole what makes an ally shit, because it's a lot of things that go into it, and people, you gotta think, we coming from a time where this LGBTQ shit was not the new trend. It was not on and popping. It was not, my new favorite thing. It was not shit is sweet. It was not you seeing us on TV here and there. It was not none of that. It was different. And we still coming out of that. And a lot of people are unlearning a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
So we at a point where
it's a great way to put
we
that.
got the side eye and we scrutinizing them. And it's like, that look funny, but we still got to give them that benefit of the doubt, because there's a lot of niggas coming up out of that still got a long way to go. And they trying. You know what I'm saying? We got to give kudos to the people who at least trying, because there's motherfuckers who just like, nah, fuck
you. Had the Brat who just recently came out and said she has a girlfriend. I think that's her girlfriend, or they engaged. It was an engagement gift where they, I think her girl gave her a Bentley. But that was recent. And the Brat has had a career since the mid '90s. So everybody is going through a bit of a transition.
Yeah, so you got to give people the room to kind of
get over the learning curve.
And listen, everybody really don't know. Like, so it is a chance he might be like, all right, because if you look it up, I think if you could kind of not skew the definition, but it don't necessarily say that means gay, but it's just like, what else does that mean? Like, why else would you be saying that?
Right.
Like, that's what you're referring to. But it is what it is. But we got Cardi B out here, and she's an ally. She's the ally of the day.
Ally of
you know
the
what I'm
day
saying?
with another ally, Two Fur with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, they out here, and listen, man. These bitches know what they doing out here. They fucking broke the internet. 2 super mega stars, the hottest chicks in the game, probably, arguably right now. Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, August 7th, 2020, 3 minutes, 7 seconds. WAP. Wet ass pussy.
Ah.
Hey, I like this joint, man. I gave it a loud 62%.
You gave it a loud?
Yeah, I gave it a loud 62%. And I'm going to tell you why. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
This song, it's kind of like cheat code squared. Like, you can't really go wrong with Meg and Cardi unless you just don't know what the fuck you're doing, first of all. They team knew what they was doing. They gave you exactly what you wanted from this duo. You hear Meg and Cardi on paper and you like, you don't want them to get deep and conscious. Like, you're not looking for one of those from this duo. Like, if you say that, you lying. You know what I'm saying? So they gave you what you wanted. They gave you the salacious shit. They're going to give you the sexy ass videos. You know they wearing something crazy. Titties is out, ass is out. You know what I'm saying? Nails dead, hair dead, everything dead. You know how they coming already. But they sampled the hoes in this house, the house joint, which is my shit.
In this house.
That's my shit. But I like the way they sampled it because they kept it simple. They just gave you some drums, some hard drums, some bass, and that hoes in the hell, there's some hoes. And these bitches was rapping. They just rapping. Like, they went off. I like how they kind of tossing it back and forth to each other. They playing off of flows. They ain't do the same exact flow.
You know what this is? Oh, well, go ahead.
Go ahead. Intervene.
Listen, you know what this remind me of? A little bit like the Rottweiler.
Ooh, that's a great comparison.
It's a female version of the Rottweiler, Method Man, Redman.
And that shit was just too short.
It was like a mad short, but it was just them two going hard for whatever amount of bars they was going in.
I like the way they did this shit.
I like
they gave me what I thought I was going to get from this combo. It could have been better, but I feel like they gave you exactly what you bargained for. Like, exactly what you expected. What you would expect. And it's like, it's formulaic as hell, but it's executed to perfection. So you got to give it up. Like, it's a formula for a reason, and it works. And then the video is like, the video not even that crazy. It's just like the colors and then the outfits they wearing.
Listen.
And then, you know what I'm saying, you see Kylie come through and a couple of other cameos, but it's like, it wasn't that crazy, but it was enough to make motherfuckers go crazy and talk about it and lose their shit and get their feathers ruffled. Like, niggas was out here really with their panties in a bunch.
What was your rating?
Mine was loud 62%. What's your rating?
Loud 62%.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. I'm done, man. Cut the camera off. Cut it. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That's crazy.
I'm serious. Listen.
That's wild.
Everything that you're saying about this song is exactly right.
That's crazy.
62%. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about this record. I'm like, no, this record is not original by any stretch of the imagination.
No. But that's why I'm like, what's the controversy?
It's the perfect. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead, because I want to get into that.
Here's the controversy. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a couple quotables.
Okay.
From the record.
Okay.
When he F-word and he asked who is it? When I ride the D word, I'ma spell my name. Now,
did you say D word?
I did say D word. I'm referencing that bullshit that happened. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, no.
You know what I'm talking about? The whole Ben Shapiro controversy where he read the lyrics live on air. I think it was on CNN.
Wait, what lyrics?
The lyrics to Cardi B's record.
I did not hear this.
Oh my God, you did not hear
on this
about
whole
this.
wave.
Oh, wait.
No, that's so like.
And he was using it as a platform.
And he said that?
It wasn't CNN. He said he didn't say my phrase, but he would say P word in exchange for pussy, B word in exchange for bitch. You know what I'm saying? He would do it like that. He read it on, I think it was Fox News. And it was like, and he was doing it to kind of criticize the song.
People sometimes.
And I'm just like, first of all, you sound like a D word.
Yeah.
Second of all, you sound like a P word too, doing all of that. And third of all, why is it always a problem when women, women of color want to express sexuality? How many times are we going to go through this in life? We've seen it with Kim, we've seen it with Foxy, and then we saw it again with Nicki.
That's why I didn't even give it that much energy. And first of all, if you look at Cardi's feature track record, every feature she's done has looked similar to this exact same video. Like, she did it to City Girls. She did it with Nicki. Like, it's the same shit. It's just a different song with a different twist on it.
It's literally same shit, colorful, different toilet.
Colorful with titties and ass out. Nails and hair down, everything did. With a bouncy ass salacious song.
They got it. They got you. Exactly. Because they gave you exactly what you wanted. But you know what's the gag?
But it's like men was really even like...
That's the gag.
Like, what was that about?
You know how you got a thing called a white male gaze? And so they gave you exactly what the white male gaze wants from black women. They gave you all of that.
And it was
but when they do it, and they own it, they don't like that.
No, because then you're not submissive enough.
You're not submissive enough. Yeah. You're not doing the because they said
it don't work no more.
It doesn't work no more.
Now I'm off it.
That's the fucking
yeah, that's crazy.
Listen, that's the whole thing about this record. So yeah, it was
out.
a 62%.
That's wild.
For me too.
Okay, look at that. We was fucking off than a motherfucker. What was the first one?
That first one was Juke, and it was just a little bit off.
Just a little bit off.
Just a little bit off.
Decent. And then this was spot on. That's crazy, fam.
I want to read another quotable.
Go ahead, because I got some quotables too. Because I got quotables.
I want to read another. It's my favorite.
Oh wait, I think you said my Megan quotable.
When he fucked me and he asked who is it?
Yeah, you just say that. Yeah, come on.
I can totally imagine her doing that. But my other quotable.
Oh no, I had a different quotable. Go ahead.
I want you to touch that little dangly thing.
Oh, that was mine. That was my Cardi quote. I have it literally written down right here. Like, she bodied that.
She really
But that's
did.
like, come on. You can't see that, though. And you know exactly what she's talking about. And it's in Cardi B's character. It's just like,
I like how the video.
whoever wrote that shit bodied that shit.
I like how the video.
It give me Beetlejuice.
It's like
Remember the wedding?
It's like Little Kim and Nicki Minaj and Missy Elliott both had an orgy, and they gave birth to that video.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me of 1 Minute Man from Missy. It reminded me of Crush on You from Little Kim. And it reminded me of Anaconda from Nicki.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. They probably took elements from all that shit. You know how that is.
It's all of that. You know how it is. You know what it is.
She said, if you eat my ass, then he a bottom feeder. Big D stand for big demeanor. I can make you come before I even meet you. Damn. Like, that's a bold-ass claim. But, I mean, hey, listen.
Listen,
they
women,
be driving niggas crazy out here, man.
We all here for the sisters to do their thing.
I love it.
And embrace their sexuality. And I love it even more when they purposely do it and bait media.
Yeah, because they went crazy. That shit is on, like, what, 2-3 million views or something crazy like that?
No, that shit is close to 100 million views,
100 million views
on YouTube already.
Look
like
at that.
it was
Nuts.
like when I last checked, it was 80 million. When the video came out,
80
the night
million?
that I saw it, I think I saw it on Sunday night. It was at 65 million.
Look at that.
So
listen, hey, shout out to Cardi B and Meg. They did that.
Shout out to the
ally of the
allies.
day. Go check it out. WAP. If you haven't already, I'm sure you heard it. And then the remixes is going crazy. Everybody going out here with the remix.
Please put the remixes away,
the
y'all.
Remixes
Oh my
nuts.
God.
The male remixes.
Oh God.
The BADs.
Oh no.
Here we go. All right. We heard you. But go check out that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion WAP on all streaming platforms, man. Ally of the day, man.
Ally
On the
of the
Herbal Tea
day.
Podcast. Look at that. You know what we're going to get into now, man.
You know
we
what
got
we're
to take
gonna
it
get
over.
into? We got to get into these Skreetz. So you know the streets is still on fire, right?
Still on fire.
And they continue to be on fire
Continue.
because you know how we just finished wrapping up on Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion with the WAP and all of that.
Yep.
And so that song came out August 7th, 2020. 3 days later, we find out that Joe Biden, presidential candidate Joe Biden, his running mate, he chooses his running mate on that Monday, the 10th, Kamala Harris.
Oh.
Former presidential running person that ran.
Yes. Got Adam.
And
Did you see that debate?
the wave that came, because you see, you got the sexism playing on all different parts now, because, you know, they being sexy, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, you got that type of sexiness, and then you also have another aspect where it's a black woman now being named as a running mate for one of the highest offices in the country.
Damn, that's crazy when you look at it.
This is the first time this has ever happened.
Historic.
History is being made here.
However you want to look at it.
And so everybody, a shitstorm is indeed brewing, like we was just talking about before the show started. So, you know, Kamala Harris been named, and this is what I'm talking about. That sexism part is the first thing that come out, and then you get 45 bringing back the tired old birther conspiracy shit. Kamala was like, listen, I was born in Oakland.
Hey, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Her father is Jamaican. Her mother is Indian, from India. And so she's biracial. So on that sense, this is historic even more so, because not only is she a black woman, the first black woman to be nominated as the running mate for the vice presidential seat, she is the first Asian woman being nominated for the same position. So it's even more poetic how this thing going on right now.
And the first Jamaican.
First Jamaican, of course. And so her
Trifecta.
Haiti is turning up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the Afro-Caribbean community is now paying even more attention because, you know, against all, you know, it's not a major voting block, but it's a growing voting block. Caribbean black Caribbean Americans.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is now we got people who, have residences or they have
family connections,
or they're from the West Indies, Caribbean nations.
My pops
paying attention as well. My whole family, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think it's very, very beautiful how this thing, and so it just didn't escape me seeing how all of this is going on pretty much at once. I'm gonna use some fast facts about Miss Kamala Harris. She, just like we said, first female and first black district attorney of San Francisco. First.
Big deal.
First is a lot.
Big deal.
First is going on a lot for her.
It's a big deal.
She was also the first Asian. Oh, then she became, after she was the district attorney, she became the attorney general for the state of California. First black woman, first Asian woman there in that aspect. She's the first Asian woman in the Senate and the second black woman in the Senate. She's the Senate. She's currently the senator for the state of California. So, as we said, Jamaican father, Indian mother, went to Howard University.
Hey.
Then law school at the University of California. And, there's a whole, controversy about, her limited stance on policing as far as when she was going back to her days as being a district attorney. Yeah. And some of the things that they kind of lob at her is the fact when Trayvon Martin passed away, she didn't speak too much on police reform. When Mike Brown, got killed by police, she didn't speak too much on police reform, and these were days where she was district attorney general of California. These were those days. So, she didn't have a whole lot to say about that. But later on, like, she came to the game a little bit late. So people are kind of looking at her square-eyed, talking about, like, what is she doing out here?
Rightfully so.
You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the things that she got. But I think...
and that's to be expected for anybody who's stepping up into that position. You get the magnifying glass on you.
Yeah.
They looking for shit. Like, it's a hunt to find the most dirt and, like, be the first to reveal it and had a big story and a big scoop on the...
Especially when you're going to be running for a major political office.
Absolutely.
You're going to get all
you're
the
a first.
skeletons
You're so many firsts.
She's so many firsts. So
like
you're
the
going to
target
see...
is on your back.
I'm here for the first vice presidential debate. There's only going to be one. Her against Mike Pence.
That's gonna be.
I'm watching. I'm here for that.
She don't fuck around when it comes to the debates. Like, she's snappy.
She ate Biden.
She did. That's why I was like
one of the.
But
debates.
that's why I give him kudos, because for him to bite the pill on that one and be like, you know what? She chewed my ass out, but I'm gonna need that.
Yeah.
I fucks with you. Come through. Come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm just saying, like, it's going to be a very, very... Now, I also want to put out there, this year, they're fucking around with these, with the election, with the Postal Service, slowing down, not putting as much funds or resources behind them. And here's the irony about that. People been saying the United States Postal Service is going to go out of business and all of that shit.
This has been like the last decade.
That kind of thing has been going on. But at the same time, it's still here and it's still a way for, people to communicate. So being that this year is going to be more talk about absentee ballots because of the whole pandemic situation. People don't want to risk their health standing in line for hours to do a vote on election day. So the easy way to do it is to submit for an absentee ballot. Now, here's the thing. All states are different. All of them. So represent.us. You go to the website, you choose the state that you're in, and you'll be able to see what the minimum requirements are for you to be able to get your absentee ballot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Get the info.
New York. Get the plug. Exactly. New York was doing absentee ballots for the primary election that happened in June, and they had a stay on the law that requires you to have an excuse, like a medical excuse. So there's a temporary ban on that that's going to go through into the general election in November.
Okay.
So
Dope.
you can submit you just go to the website. When you go to the Represent.us website, they have links there for you to get your website from the Secretary of the State. So, and the website that you got to go to get your absentee ballot.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this because they're going to fuck around and just try to fuck this whole election up. I say vote early, get your ballot and send it in early, because if the whole deal is about, you know, the Board of Elections and everybody counting votes and all of that and how that's going to be done, I would just say, you know, get in your shit now and, you know, take care of business now, so you're not worried about if your vote is going to count.
You're not flooding in at the last minute trying to, and your shit get lost in the sauce. And it's like, all right.
It was a mess during the New York primaries, and it took like weeks for them to get the results. So we're still out here waiting for certain candidates.
It's wild we haven't really figured out a more efficient way to do that.
Why can't we do this electronically? Is
But
my
that's
whole
what I'm
thing.
saying. Like, I get it's gonna be a risk of being hacked or whatever, but what is it? Like, motherfuckers, your bank accounts get hacked. People get your
Pretty
social
much.
security numbers. Who you think they ain't gonna get your votes and all that shit? It is what it is. But
You're
just
gonna have to
make
have
the
the
shit. It's gonna be more
cybersecurity.
efficient. You can make a computer that's smart enough to do the shit. Like, just
For sure.
at least look into it and try the shit. Like, come on,
Man.
get with the times.
Represent.us. Go visit the website. If you're thinking about getting your absentee ballot, I highly recommend you just do it early.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, you know, caught up in this mess. If you want to ensure that your vote is going in and it's being counted, like I said, Represent.us. Switching gears for a minute. There are some LGBT media platforms out there just like Slay TV.
Look at that.
So I just kind of want to give you a little bit of a primer on a couple of other ones that I found out there that have LGBT-oriented content. All types of Q plus content, all the TV. So it's like Netflix specifically for the Q plus community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So first one, this is a white-owned company, Here TV, or Here.tv. You just go to the website. They're a mainstream premium television network launched in 2002.
Okay, they've been out here for a minute.
They've been out here for a minute. So they definitely have a little bit of longevity there. They have multiple video partners such as Spectrum, Verizon, Amazon, Hulu, Apple, Optimum, and more. So you basically can watch them on cable TV because that is one of their formats, as well as watching their content online,
Multiple formats.
on demand, multiple. And I thought that was pretty dope. I was looking up one, I didn't write down. I think it was called Atlanta Group. They're a cable network that services, you know, all the states up. And I was trying to see if I could get it through them. And I couldn't get it because I can't get that particular cable company. My neighborhood, you know, is set up to only get cable from Spectrum.
Why is it always so extra to get certain stations and shit?
You gotta like look to see if they service your area out there. But that's when I saw that.
And it's Here TV, like HERE?
HERE.TV. And you know, you can't get them on Spectrum. So if you call Spectrum and you want that channel, you probably have to buy a bundle to get it. It is a premium channel. So that's just kind of how it works. But they are out there and they are available.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Home to the DL Chronicles. I don't know if you've heard of DL Chronicles. That's their shit.
That was the shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the shit. Yo, if they bring that back?
They're on. It's on.
Oh, it's coming back?
It's on. Well, I don't know if it's coming back, but it's definitely available on Here TV.
Like, restart that bitch, B. Like, let's get it back.
I'm a little bit too late.
Updated.
I've heard of DL Chronicles.
Oh, you ain't up on DL Chronicles?
But I didn't really watch it like that. I'm late. So I see that was you.
See, that's even more of a reason that they need to update it. She said, I see that was you.
That's you.
Yeah, nigga.
Anyway. Also, Ribbon of Hope Celebration, which was nominated for a Daytime Emmy in 2009. They do produce their own original content as well as acquiring content from other networks. So it's a little bit of a mix going on there, but they are primarily LGBTQ+. So switching from that, in addition to Here.tv, you also have A Connection TV. This is a smaller Black-owned subscription-based platform. And back to here TV, if you do want a subscription, it's $7.99 monthly and $67.99 yearly. So So A Connection TV, smaller Black-owned, based in Atlanta, more content geared towards POCs, and this is the network that has the one with Rico. The fuck, I forgot the name.
Mr. Cassadine.
Yeah, Rico
the
Cassadine.
Mister, right? Isn't that the name of it, the Mister?
No.
Sure?
I don't think so. I have to look on my phone. Damn, we just fucking reviewed.
I could have sworn it's called the Mister.
I think it's. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and find out what the name of that show is for you. But that is on A Connection TV. And A Connection TV, I reached out to the person that owns it, W. Wesley Henderson. He is linkable on Instagram. You can follow him at A Connection TV. And you can also follow him on Twitter, like I do, ACTV. So I reached out to him if he had any more information, because there's not a whole lot of information on their website.
All right, so
Let It Go 2. That's the name.
That's the movie.
That's the short film that Rico was in. Let It Go 2. So A Connection TV produced that, and that's on their network.
So he got Black and Gay, which is another series. And then The Mister, which is another series.
Yeah.
So they got a bunch of joint on there. It's a lot of content.
It's definitely a lot of content on there. But yeah, I tried to reach out to Mr. W. Wesley Henderson. And I have not heard back from him. So at press time.
No love.
So, you know what I'm saying? But you could definitely holler at him on.
You gets no love.
Right. See, you know what I'm saying? He saw me looking at Mosiah too long.
Oh, that's what it was? Damn.
Yeah. Oh, well, my bad. It is what it is.
Listen,
but
man,
you could definitely, I still follow you at ACTV on Twitter and A Connection TV on Instagram.
That's what's up, man. They out here doing big things.
$7.99 monthly subscription and $79.99 yearly subscription.
Creating platforms for the Q Plus community.
For the Q Plus community. I thought that was pretty dope as well.
That's hard.
Like that's and of course we can't forget Slate TV. Slate TV also has original content, and you know, we're also on there. You got the query on there.
I mean, of course.
You know what I'm saying? We got a few videos on there. I think they just put the cake video for the Alliance, the illustrious group.
Yeah, they did.
I think they just threw that on there. So you got a whole lot of places where you can kind of see, you know, friends and people just like you and us.
Get in tune with it, you know?
Get in tune.
You know?
That's where we at, and that's what's going on in these streets this
is
time.
Heavy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's heavy out in the streets.
It's heavy.
And you heavy in them.
Boy.
I see you.
Boy.
Okay.
I got to get my exercise. That's really what is really going on.
Hey,
you know
man, listen. That's what it's about.
I got to make sure and see. And then, you know, it just so happened that while I'm getting my exercise, I'm always in touch because I got my ear to the Skreetz.
Okay. Well, there you have it, man. Listen, well, while you in the Skreetz, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib with it.
Okay.
With the homies.
With the homies.
You know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
You know what we do. We pass, puff, pass.
Pass. Puff.
Pass. Puff, pass, baby. Listen, we're going to have a smoking session.
in the smoking section.
That's what we about to do right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it.
He couldn't let me roll with that. He would not.
I heard the puff pastries. What? Nigga? Nah, but we out here with it. I'm gonna pass that off, that little roach. Get the best out of that. You know what I'm saying? Live your life.
Then he gonna give me the roach.
I'm sorry because you know what I'm saying it was. You know it's been a long episode. We out here. That blunt don't always make it, but you know I'm gonna roll up another one once we get up out of here. So we have an interesting query for you guys today.
All right.
What was the first weed movie? Like, does anybody know? Like, that's a fucking, like, I never really thought about
the
it.
First one I ever seen? Or
what's the first one you seen?
Ever?
What's the first one you know?
The first one I ever seen was probably How High.
Oh, shit. Okay. Red and
Meth.
I love that movie. That's a great fucking movie.
You know what I'm saying? I was able to escape through them.
Oh, that's a great movie. Did you see that in the theaters?
I saw it in the theater.
Did I see that in the theaters?
I saw it in the theater.
I don't know if I saw that in the theaters. I think I saw that at the crib. I don't know if I saw that at the theater. And then they got the How High too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of what's the first weed movie. Mine might be Half Baked.
Half Baked. I heard of Half Baked.
Nah, is Friday before Half Baked? Friday before Half Baked. right?
I think so.
Friday might be my first one.
I want to say Friday.
That's probably the first one I remember, like of like being like, all right, this is a weed based movie. Like, it's no doubt.
I didn't even realize
it
that.
Ain't subtle. Like, this nigga had a big ass. Chris Tucker had a big ass joint in every scene.
That's
like, this
true.
nigga was smoking.
I just thought
his name was
coincidence.
His name was Smokey.
I mean, Smokey Robinson.
Nah, his name was Smokey because he smoked. But so we're gonna get into the first recorded weed movie.
All right.
All right. So we got to go back, and I'm talking back to like the 30s, which I didn't realize we was gonna have to go back that far. But around that time, there was a big war on drugs per se. Like, drugs was like big no. Motherfuckers was getting turned out. They wasn't having it. It was a lot of scandal going on in Hollywood at the time, and they was relating a lot of shit to drugs. It was just like, nah, we got to shut this shit down. We got to nip it in the bud. So they came up with this act, and it was called the Motion Picture Production Code. And it prohibited the depiction of drug use in movies in any way, even if it was like a bad guy snorting up or something like that. It's like, nah, none of that shit. We cutting it all out. You ain't gonna do it. So that birthed the era of like the exploitation films. So you pretty much had like the underground joints that'll show you all the other shit that they wouldn't show you in Hollywood. So around that time, this was like, it was actually a movie called Reefer Madness. Mm-hmm. And all you know, reefer is like a term for weed. Yeah. And it was like a propaganda film, like an anti-weed propaganda film. So it was geared towards deterring youth and kids from using, weed, because it kind of depicted people from being sex crazed and aggressive sexually after using weed and shit like that. But the rights got picked up by this guy named Desan Esper. He got the rights to the movie, and he was like in the whole exploitation circuit. So he got the rights to it. He tweaked it a little bit so it could fit, you know what I'm saying? And it could get into that category, that genre. And he put it out, and it kind of went crazy. And there you have it, the first fucking weed movie. It just birthed on some by mistake type shit. But being that motion picture production code was in place, and movies, you could license movies. Like, movies stayed in theaters longer back then. Like, nowadays, a movie come out, that should be out of the theaters in like a month.
A month. Yeah.
Back then, that should be in there for like 10 years. Like, you not just leaving. Like, if you got a good movie, your shit hold down. So Reefer Madness was the only weed movie for like a few decades, for like 3 decades. We ain't see the next weed movie until like, what was it? I think 58. It's called High School Confidential. That was the next, recorded weed movie. And then you had other eras, and then every year after that, every decade, it kind of, you got more and more until you hit the 70s with the Cheech and Chongs. They kind of made it famous. And then you come into the 90s, and you got your Fridays and your half-bakes and all that shit. So
How Highs and all of that.
Your How Highs, Clerks, all of that type shit. So they have a list, and they kind of go chronologically of all of the movies that have come out. Not all of the movies, but a lot of the movies that's particularly, they have like criteria. So it can't just talk about weed, but it has to have a character that shows weed, them smoking weed, using it. One of the main characters have to, it has to be like a focus of the movie. So you can't just be like, all right, we talked about it. It's a weed movie. But they started with Reefer Madness in 1936. And then in 58, you got High School Confidential. In 69, you got Easy Rider. Definitely know about that movie. A lot of people kind of base videos and shit off of that movie. In 72, you got Fritz the Cat. I never heard of that movie. 78, Up in Smoke, which is a Cheech and Chong movie. 9 to 5, I think that's with, what's her name? Jane Fonda and I think that's their joint, and Dolly Parton. I'm not sure, but 9 to 5 is another one. Fast Times at Ridgemont High in 82. 93, Dazed and Confused. I never saw that one either, but I heard about that one.
I heard about that one.
Clerks in 94, which is like the prequel to Jay and Silent Bob. That's like the first one that came out. Friday. You got Biodome. Did I see that? I don't know if I saw Biodome. Half Baked, which came out in 98. Bong Water, which came out in 98. Dude, Where's My Car, which came out in 2000. Did you ever see that movie? That's a crazy movie. I never saw the whole movie.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Yeah,
That's
I've
what it
seen,
is.
like,
It's one of
pieces
those.
Yeah, I always catch it like on
And so I
TV.
never really even knew if it was a weed movie.
Yeah. Well, according to this list, it is.
Okay.
Saving Grace in 2000. How High in 2001. Super Troopers in 2001. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle in 2004.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Smiley Face, which I never saw, in 2007. Super High Me, which I heard about, but I never saw.
I've
in
always been
2007.
told to go see Super High.
Is that like a documentary, like Super Size Me?
It is
but they smoking?
yeah, and it's on Netflix.
Super Size Me was crazy, so I want to see Super High Me. That looked nuts. And then 2008 they got Pineapple Express, which is another joint. But they got like a few that came out recently, and you know it's a bunch of like shot right shelf joints that came out that talk about trees. Would Paper Soldiers be a weed movie? I don't know if that would be a weed movie. They definitely talk about it in there, though. That's another good one that I love.
But what about the High School Musical with Snoop and Wiz Khalifa? Wasn't that a movie?
Don't talk about that movie. That movie was so bad.
But that counts too.
Dev and Kevin or something go to high school or some shit like that. Man.
I've never seen it. I just know.
I've never seen the whole thing. I couldn't get through it. I really couldn't. And I love both of them. But
shit.
Nah.
Wow.
Nah.
It wasn't doing it? Oh, man. I had high hopes for that.
See
what I did there?
I see you. Nah, it's not it. I wouldn't recommend that one. But you know they make great high smoking music. You can smoke to their music, but you don't want to watch the movie. It was not great. What's your favorite weed smoking movie?
I haven't seen very many, so I just know the first one that I saw was How High. I was about
How High is a classic.
I was
That's a
about
great
17 when I saw it.
That's a great fucking
And
movie.
I think by that point I had been introduced to weed through my cousins, but I never smoked it.
Okay.
And of course, it's hip hop, Method Man, Redman, biggest rappers of that era. So
that's the thing about like when I saw Friday, I wasn't a smoker when I first saw it. So I just liked the movie just because of the comedic value, the storytelling. But then as you get older and you smoke, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, you understand it on a different level.
Absolutely.
And it's like, oh shit, okay.
I think I would revisit
But
that.
my favorite is probably
What was your first one?
the first one I remember is Friday.
Okay.
That's the first one I could kind of recall that I was like, all right, this is a weed movie. But I saw like Cheech and Chong movies like on VHS as a kid, but I didn't really know like they were smokers. Like
I've always
we just had
heard the
movies in the crib.
references.
Yeah, like my mom just had mad movies, so we just happened to have a few Cheech and Chong joints. And I watched them. It was just like comedy. Like I didn't really know they was potheads. Like I was too young to really put all that together.
Get all that together.
But when I was of age and I could kind of realize like, all right, they smoking weed, it was like Friday. But my favorite one is probably Half Baked. I love that fucking movie. Like Dave Chappelle was so goofy in that fucking movie. That was a good ass movie. That one and Pineapple Express is pretty fucking good. Like that's a crazy ass movie. I always forget how crazy that movie is until I watch it again, and I'm like, yo, how did I forget about this movie? Like that's a wild ass movie. Like you haven't seen that, right?
I have not seen it. I haven't even gotten a chance to see it.
That's a must see on the list. Like you should definitely check that shit out.
I heard it was a must see. Like I wasn't into the hype of it even back then, but I've always heard good things.
Sometimes you gotta get to the movie on your own time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It is what it is. But it's definitely a good movie to check out. But hey, what are some of your favorite movies? Do you know any ones that we didn't list? It's definitely a few I know that didn't make the list.
You gonna check that Snoop
I feel like
and Wiz
getting
Khalifa?
into a bag. Yeah. Hey, listen, go check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I kind of, you know how I feel about it.
You
but
know what I'm saying?
I want to go on a little binge, like do a bunch of like a weed movie binge. Just binge a bunch of movies about weed. Smoke a bunch of weed, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Bet y'all have a nice little, it's a nice little day. You know what I'm saying?
I would do that.
I'm gonna hook that up, man. I'm gonna get into that real soon.
Make
but
that happen.
Hey, let us know what y'all think. And did you know it was a first weed movie? I mean, of course you knew it was the first one, but did you know it was in the 30s? Like that's kind of crazy. And then it happened to be a mistake. Shit was an anti-weed propaganda movie. You know they love their propaganda back in the day. Like that was the shit.
That's how they control you.
Tell me about
it's part of the indoctrination propaganda.
Hey, but listen, man, we ain't gonna end on all that.
Nah.
End on a motherfucking high note.
We're gonna end it on.
It's hot in the streets.
It's hot
in here.
That from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit?